for, gosh, as long as people have been around, there's this quiet, almost hidden rule playing out. To everyone who has, more will be given.
Right.
It's this timeless thing. You see it everywhere. Status, money, you name it. We call it the Matthew effect. Basically, the rich get richer. The successful.
Yeah.
More successful.
Yeah, it's all about that compounding advantage, isn't it? Where just having a little bit more at the start can, well, snowball into something way bigger down the line.
Exactly. Now imagine taking that idea, that core concept, and plugging it into like the biggest tech shift of our time, artificial intelligence.
And what's really fascinating here is how this old principle is morphing in the age of AI. It's not just your traditional advantages like cash or connections anymore.
Ooh.
Yeah, in this new arena, it seems like two pretty everyday things are becoming the real leverage points. The gatekeepers, if you will, to massive growth are, well, time and maybe surprisingly, your credit card.
Time and credit card. Okay,
Yeah.
That's interesting. So that's our mission for this deep dive then. We want to unpack what that actually means for you. We're digging into Jose Fernando Costa's article, The Matthew Effect, Supercharged by AI. Because understanding this, it's not just academic. It should like fundamentally shift how you think about your own path forward.
Whether that's building a business, climbing the career ladder, or, just making a bigger impact.
Right. So let's talk about this one-person business flywheel. I mean, it used to sound kind of like science fiction, didn't it?
Totally. A bit pie in the sky for most people.
But here we are. AI tools have genuinely changed the game for what one person can pull off. I mean, think about it. A single operator doing tasks that just a few years back needed a whole team.
It's wild.
We're talking writing, designing, coding even, editing, video, animation, managing schedules, sales outreach, the whole shebang.
It's a massive leap in productivity. It gives you a level of autonomy, of scale, that was just, well, unthinkable not long ago.
Yeah, it really is.
And if we connect that to the bigger picture, what it really means is anyone, provided they have the right AI tools, can scale up their output, their reach, almost like they are a small company.
Like giving one person the firepower of a small army.
Exactly. That's a great way to put it. Their impact is just multiplied. But as the article highlights, even though AI can give you instant output, there's a catch.
Ah, okay.
There's a hidden gate, you might say, to really making these tools work for you long term. It's not quite as simple as just signing up and hitting go.
Okay, I'm curious then. When you first get your hands on these powerful AI tools, what's the bit that isn't immediately obvious? What's that first hurdle or the key thing you need, even with all this power? Because it feels like it should all just happen.
That's a really good question, because we do expect everything instantly now, don't we?
Right.
And it's fascinating because, yes, AI can give you instant output. You absolutely can generate, say, 100 blog posts in a day.
Wow.
Or design a bunch of logos, draft sales funnels super quick. But, and this is the key, getting real impactful results from that output, that still takes time.
Ah, okay. So the raw stuff is fast, but the value isn't.
Precisely. The raw output is just step one. The actual value comes from, well, sustained effort, iteration. Think about those 100 blog posts. They're useless sitting there. You need to, drip them out strategically over time, optimize the headlines, see what resonates with your audience, gather those signals.
Right, learn from what works.
And then use that learning to refine your next steps. It's kind of like a farmer using amazing tech to plant a huge field super fast. Great. But they still have to wait for the harvest.
Yeah.
They still need to tend the crops, manage things. The real payoff, the harvest, needs patience and consistent work over time. It's not just about the initial burst of speed.
So time itself becomes the new barrier, the new moat in a weird way.
Paradoxically, yes.
It's not just about having the best idea anymore or even the seed money.
Yeah.
It's about having the staying power, committing to showing up consistently to let these AI efforts actually compound.
Exactly. If you're not actively running the playbook, as the article puts it, constantly engaging, refining, distributing over time, you're just not getting the full benefit.
You're leaving potential value on the table.
A lot of potential value.
It really makes you think about your own time investment, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How are you making it compound? It's not just hours logged, but how strategically you use those hours to build momentum.
It's the difference between maybe a flash-in-the-pan success and building something truly sustainable.
And that need for strategic time deployment, that leads us right into the second hidden gate the article talks about. And this one might be even more surprising for some folks. A credit card.
Yeah, the credit card. Or maybe more broadly, just having some accessible capital.
Oh, so why is that so critical now?
Well, it's pretty straightforward, actually. Almost every single major, really powerful AI tool, the ones that go beyond just basic tricks and give you that genuine compound automation, they cost money.
Right, subscriptions and stuff.
Exactly. Monthly payments, API credits you burn through, different tiers for workspaces. Think of OpenAI, Claude, Midjourney for images, 11 Labs for voice, N8N for automation.
All the big names.
Pretty much all of them have a price tag to unlock the really good stuff. And it's not just about paying a fee, it's about getting access to the features that let you really automate and scale things up without constant manual input. And the contrast the source points out is pretty stark, really. If you have, say, a few $100 a month you can dedicate to these tools,
Yeah.
the world kind of opens up. You can automate whole workflows, generate tons of high-quality content, refine everything super fast, a pace that's just impossible manually.
Like linking tools together.
Totally. You could have an AI draft a post, then automatically create social snippets, schedule them, track engagement, mostly hands-off after setup. But if you don't have that capital,
And you're stuck.
you're basically watching from the sidelines while others just zoom past. You could be just as smart, just as capable, but without access to those leverage-providing tools, your manual work just can't compete on scale.
Now, I can hear some listeners thinking, hang on, but lots of these have free tiers away. I can use them for free.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's true. Many do offer some free access.
That is true, yeah. And those free tiers are great. They give you a taste, show you the power, a fantastic starting point.
Right.
But the limitations become obvious pretty quickly. Those free credits or uses, they run out fast. They're often more like a trial, not a sustainable solution for real work.
Good.
And crucially, the real power, that compound automation we talked about linking things together, true scaling that almost always requires paid tiers. Otherwise,
It's manual labor.
you got it. Lots of copying and pasting. Juggling dozens of browser tabs to do one thing that could be automated if you paid. That friction just kills your ability to get real leverage.
It's like trying to build a house with just a screwdriver when others have power tools.
That's a good analogy. And what this creates is a widening divide. And it's happening fast.
How so?
Well, on one side, you've got people with both the time, the ability to let things compound, and the capital, the money for the advanced tools.
Right.
These folks can scale themselves, their projects, their businesses exponentially. Small inputs, massive outputs. But on the other side,
Those without the time or the money.
yep, they get left behind. It doesn't matter how smart or skilled they are. Manual work, even brilliant manual work, just can't scale like AI-powered automation.
It's like a structural advantage.
It is a new kind of moat built on time and capital in this AI age.
Okay, let's really try to unpack this then. Because the implications here feel pretty huge. What does this actually mean for, say, ambitious professionals, operators looking to move into senior roles like a COO, or just folks wanting to make a bigger splash in their field? How does this AI supercharged Matthew effect hit them day to day?
Well, the core advice from Costa's piece is really clear and I think very practical. It cuts through the hype. Basically, you need to start building and compounding your systems now.
Now, even if it feels slow.
Especially if it feels slow or kind of insignificant at first. This isn't about overnight results. It's about laying the groundwork, building that leverage for much bigger gains later on. The value might not jump out at you immediately in your daily tasks, but these compounding systems, that's the strategic edge that pays off massively over time. It's about setting yourself up to win the marathon, not just today's sprint.
And the article gives some concrete things you can do, right? Like practical steps to start building that edge no matter where you are now.
Yeah, exactly. It says, look, set up your AI workflows today, even if it only saves you like 10 minutes right now.
Okay, why?
Because the point isn't just the 10 minutes saved today. It's about establishing the system, building the habit. Maybe it's automating your meeting notes summary or using AI for first email drafts. Small stuff, but it starts the engine. It also suggests scheduling a social media campaign. Even if your audience is tiny, like 3 people and your dog.
Okay.
Again, it's about starting the compounding process, getting into that rhythm of consistent effort, not waiting for instant viral success. And crucially, it advises investing in the tools now.
Even if it feels like a stretch financially.
Yeah, even if it pushes your comfort zone a bit, because the cost of not having access to these multipliers down the road, that's likely going to be way higher than the subscription fees now. Think of it as investing in your future leverage.
That makes sense.
And it's important to stress this isn't just advice for, side hustlers or solopreneurs looking to make a quick buck online, although it definitely applies there too.
Right. This is bigger.
If we connect it back, this is fundamentally about building your own strategic advantage in a world where leverage is increasingly digital and, like we said, not evenly spread. It's about understanding that time plus capital, supercharged by AI, creates this almost unfair advantage for growth. And that dynamic, it's going to define success in a lot of areas going forward.
So those who get it and act on it now.
They're the ones who are likely going to benefit disproportionately from this whole Matthew effect as AI keeps evolving.
Okay, so let's try and bring this all together. This deep dive into Costa's insights really hammers home a few key things for me.
Go for it.
First, AI is this incredible multiplier, right?
Yeah.
But only if you have the time to let it compound.
And the cash, the credit card.
And the credit card to unlock its real power, its scaling potential. Second, that gap between the haves and have-nots in AI leverage, it's getting wider faster.
Yeah, that divide is accelerating. It impacts opportunity.
And finally, maybe most importantly, the goal isn't some instant win today. It's about just starting to build that momentum now consistently, bit by bit. It kind of boils down to that simple but powerful equation from the article. Time plus a credit card equals rocket ship plus over.
It's a neat summary. And, thinking beyond just our discussion today, it does raise a bigger question, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, if this digital leverage driven by AI is becoming so unevenly distributed, what does that mean for society more broadly, for things like access to innovation, to opportunity in the coming years?
That's a heavy question.
Yeah. How do we make sure this AI supercharged Matthew effect doesn't just make existing inequalities worse? Could we maybe, eventually, figure out ways to use it to bridge gaps instead?
Right.
Through, I don't know, better access or education? It's something to think about.